Have you ever dreamt about taking a cruise on one of them fancy boats, soaking up the beauty and the magic just to free your soul? And floating on the ocean, just a notion that seems out of reach. One thing on your bucket list is just to go and see the beach. You wanna see the world, but something always holds you back. You got that itching feeling, but your dreams got hijacked. There's lots of people out there that never get to cruise, but Helping Hands is helping making dreams come true.
Helping Hands for cruising, cruising. Helping Hands for cruising, cruising. Helping Hands for cruising, making your dream a reality.
You know you gotta do the things you've only dreamed about. Don't let anything stop you thinking you can't go all out. You can do the things you never thought were possible with Helping Hands to help you get there. Even oceans are no obstacle. You wanna see the world, but something always holds you back. You got that itching feeling, but your dreams got hijacked. There's lots of people out there that never get to cruise, but Helping Hands is helping making dreams come true.
Helping Hands for cruising, cruising. Helping Hands for cruising, cruising. Helping Hands for cruising, making your dream a reality.
So if you ever dreamed about taking a cruise in one of them big old boats, soaking up that sun, feel that breeze, yeah, there is still hope. Don't let the ocean be a notion that is out of reach. Let's get together, help each other, and go see the sea. You wanna see the world, but something always holds you back. You've got that itching feeling, but your dreams got hijacked. There's lots of people out there that never get to cruise, but Helping Hands is helping making dreams come true.
Helping Hands for cruising, cruising. Helping Hands for cruising, cruising. Helping Hands for cruising, making your dream a reality. Helping Hands for cruising, cruising. Helping Hands for cruising, cruising. Helping Hands for cruising, making your dream a reality.
I can't get no satisfaction, 'cause I try, and I try, and I try, and I try, and I can't get no, I can't get no. When I'm driving in my car, and that man comes on the radio, he's telling me more and more about something.
Well, g'day, folks. I need a lead in. I need a proper lead in when that video finishes. Well, welcome aboard. Nice to have you here, Shaun from the Helping Hands for Cruising board team. Well, what can I say? That was Roxy roxing off her bejeebies on the previous cruise that we've just had, the Put a Lime in a cruise that Amy from Amethyst Haze set up. So welcome aboard. Nice to have you all here, and great we've had Roxanne on there. Got some people in the chat. Like to say g'day to Joe. Welcome aboard, Joe. Mate, you were the first in. Followed very quickly by Jen Cohen. Welcome aboard, Jen. Nice to have you here. Joe and Jen are having a bit of a chat. Joe is saying he's got to remember not to use the duck hashtag here. That's correct, because this is a Helping Hands for Cruising live stream and is purely going on talking about Helping Hands for Cruising. So, yes, Roxy was rocking it out. In fact, some of the discussion had with the crew that came off that particular cruise, they were all saying just how much Roxy was getting herself into it. And you know what? That's exactly the type of person we need being a recipient on board the cruise. So without further ado, let me say g'day. Let me welcome you all in today. We had an amazing board meeting on Saturday, or should I say Saturday? No, it was Saturday. And the good news is there are some exciting things that are coming up with Helping Hands in the next 12 months. Joe is saying that he was about to do it. Lucky he pulled himself up on it. Good on you, mate. Good on you. I'm glad you did. Some of the things that we're going to be doing is, well, First of all, the Rock and Roll Tribute Cruise, for those that are interested, the Rock and Roll Tribute Cruise is going to be going ahead. We're currently waiting on some discussions going on with NCL. And once that does get done, it will be it'll be an amazing thing, because everybody who will be involved will know exactly what's going on. And we're still holding 200 cabins at this particular point in time. Okay, let me see. Now, Joe is saying that Roxy did a live with Michael Ann and she did a Tim Tam Slam. Wow. I think we could make her an honorary Aussie. Mate, did she do it properly? Like, did she actually suck up the coffee? And did it go I have to go back. I have to go back and watch it. Because anybody who does the Tim Tam Slam is certainly great in our books. Tim Tam Slam and the Taste of Vegemite, but done properly, not empty out the whole can on the toast. Although to me it is axle grease, but anyway. So good things are happening. The board is starting to fill up properly. Guess what, folks? I just got my updated passport. Here's the original one. The funny thing was, I thought I was just watching Coach Cruise, and I was just looking, and I thought, well, let me check my passport and see. Oh my goodness me! It's going to be out of date in August. When's the Rock and Roll Tribute? November. Better get me a new one. And so I got the new one, and the new passports look very interesting. So, the way they set them up, absolutely amazing. So anyway, the old one's going back in the safe, got to be fixed up. And the new one is going in the safe as well, after I've given Bruce all my details for what's got to happen. Okay, so let me just have a see. Okay, so nothing important here. I got a message here that I just wanted to check, and if it had anything to do with the show, we could then utilize it. If not, tough luck. Anyway, so one of the things that we did get involved with talking about was the Alaska cruise. That'll be great. Joe's saying she did it with hot chocolate and had a chocolate overload. That's awesome. Yeah, to me, Vegemite is axle grease. I will admit. Okay, so Joe, passports now are really expensive. My passport cost $412. We are the most expensive country in the world for a passport right now. The Yanks will get one, I believe, Jen, your passport's around the $30 mark. Ours are $412 for 10 years, and I'll let it be at that. But still, $412. It's a shipload of money. All right, the beach iced tea gone. Now I can get into the Great Northern. All right. Yep, it does, Joe. It costs just as much as a new one. And really, you can do the basics online, get all the details filled in, and then you go to the post office, they take your photo, and then they submit it. And there you go. Yeah, it is fish beer, Great Northern. It has got the... Okay, what's the fish? What is the fish? Nice beer. All right. Okay, so what did we talk about at the board? Well, for starters, we laid down some of the rules and suggestions for anybody who wishes to set up a cruise or act as a host for a cruise. Certain rules that we put in place, and I just need to put that out to everybody exactly what we are looking for. All right, first of all, Joe, yes, it is a Blue Marlin, and yes, it is the original Super Crisp. And it does taste super crisp. In fact, we got a whole host of them Christmas Day. We went to Ilana's brother for lunch, my brother-in-law, and his wife just emptied out a full tray of them. There were like 24 in the pack. She just emptied the whole lot of them and said, "Here, take the beers." So I scored myself a whole host of Great Northerns. I don't drink much alcohol at the best of times, but I've had to take one for the team and get the body used to that cat urine I'm going to have when the rock and roll tribute comes along. Anyway, so one of the major rules that we are looking at is if anybody wants to host a group cruise and put a recipient on board, then what you need to do, or what that person needs to do, is make sure that the cruise goes from a port, does whatever it does, and then comes back to the same port. So, in other words, it's got to be in the same country. We can't do a repositioning cruise. That means a cruise that goes from, say, Seattle to Chicago. Not that that's going to happen because Chicago is not a seaport. Let's say Seattle to New York via the Panama Canal. That sort of cruise won't happen. The cruise has got to go from Seattle, go wherever, come back to Seattle, or go from Miami out and then back to Miami. And that's the most important thing that we're looking for right now. Okay, Joe is saying that he is a super crisp guy. That's awesome. And also, he wants to see that. Are you with me? You want to see me drink the cat urine? Well, you're going to see me do that at a live stream that will be happening at the meetup for the group cruise, the Rock and Roll Tribute Group Cruise, when that happens. But like I say, we're hoping that it all happens round about November 30, and we hope that it's going to be on the Prima. We're not sure. We're just waiting. It looks like it is, but we're just waiting for all the final bits and pieces to come out of Bruce, because he's in discussion with NCL. So anybody who wants to set up a group cruise needs to, first of all, ensure that the cruise is going from a port, doing whatever, and then coming back to the same port. And then after that, we will be happy with that. So if the cruise is doing that, yay, number one. Number two, put together a 2 to 5 minute video telling us why you want to be a host on a cruise. That then goes up to the board. The board then looks at it, makes a decision. If you're lucky, yay. If you're not, figure out why. The board will tell you why, and then fix it, and then resubmit at some other point in time. If that all works, then yes, everything will be great. Joe is just saying that he had to step out to comment on a video just posted on Facebook. Awesome. So Seattle to Alaska and back to Seattle. That is correct, Joe. That is correct. That's just the sort of thing we're looking at. We don't want to start at one point and finish at another point, because what that means is that we then have to figure out a way to get them from where the cruise finishes back to home. And if it's, say, going from, say, a trans-Pacific or a transatlantic, then what we've got to do is fly the person to, say, New York, then do the transatlantic to Southampton in the UK, then fly them back all the way back from the UK back home. And the flight is worth more than the cruise. So, yeah, I'm saying to you, let's forget it. Let's get things happening so that everybody is underway and everybody has a great time. All right. The other thing we spoke about is, as you can see, I've cut off part of Cruiseathon. But yes, January the 17th, we have our Cruiseathon. It's going 17th, 18th. And if we fill up the 18th, we're going to the 19th. So what I'm going to ask you folks to do is, if you are interested in running a show, please get in touch with Michael Ann. Michael Ann will then put you on, and then she will give you a code. Now, what you'll see above my head over here is a code, and that code is for our donations area. And what that does is it takes you to a website where you'll be able to enter in your donation, and during the Cruiseathon, we'll be able to track which presenters are earning what. So that way we know which presenters make the most, because we do have a little special award for the team that does make the most money. After all, we have a very big goal. Our goal for this Cruiseathon is we want to raise $10,000. We made $10,000 Aussie. Now we want to make $10,000 US. So with that in mind, we would appreciate it if you can get all your mates on, get them all up at the Cruiseathon, and empty out your pockets. Thank you very much. That's perfect, Joe. You're now on the same page. Awesome. And thank you very much, Joe. That is Michael Ann's email address. So if you're interested in becoming a presenter, please put your video in. Sorry, not video. Put your request into Michael Ann, and she'll sort out a time on the schedule. And there's her email address. Also, just to put it out there, from Stream Elements, Helping Hands for Cruising would like to thank you all for your donations. Those of you that have donated already, and those of you that are constantly donating. We are actually looking for sponsors, to be honest, to assist us in sponsoring some of the cruises that we've got coming up. Thank you, Joe. That's the website for HH4C. All you need to do is just log in there, and all the information is ahead of you. By the way, the website is currently being updated as well, so you'll possibly see updated info on the website and so forth. So, we're looking forward to some good times. Okay, let me get this underway, because if I don't get this out, I will get into trouble by Sir Bruce. So have a look at this and see whether or not this is something you guys would like to join us on.
Have you been dreaming of an Alaskan cruise? Or maybe you've taken one before and you just can't wait to go again. If so, the Helping Hands for Cruising Group Cruise is just the cruise for you. June 15th through June 22nd, 2025, you will set sail on the magnificent Norwegian Encore. This amazing group cruise will take you to Juneau, Skagway, a majestic cruise through Glacier Bay, Ketchikan, a stop in Victoria, British Columbia before arriving back in Seattle. Contact Bruce at ocean2oceantravel.com today to find out how you can be a part of this fantastic group cruise to Alaska. This is one you definitely don't want to miss.
Yeah, the buttons are just not working the way they should. But yep, that is one you definitely do not want to miss. Ooh, what an amazing cruise that's going to be. And we're going to have a lot of fun. So there we go. Um, what have we got here? Oh, good on you, Joe. You got it, mate. I always have your back. Yes, you do, and I'm really appreciative. The water in Glacier Bay does look amazing, and I'll tell you what, Joe, if God willing we're able to win that lovely prize tonight, certainly Ilana and I will be on that Alaska cruise. It's a bucket list for us. G'day, Amy. Welcome aboard. Nice to have you here. And Joe, of course, is saying g'day to Amy. Amy, congrats on your 1,000. Only good things for you happening there. So, yep, love to watch it. All right. So, in actual fact, a lot of big things are happening. There's some grants that we're actually putting in for in the US. I'm currently waiting on my accountant to come back to me in terms of getting things sorted for our registration down here to get Helping Hands for Cruising set up. We have the company. We just are applying for the tax benefit of being a charitable organization. Amy says, thank you. Joe is saying, May 2025 be the year you'll get bigger and better. Well, mate, they fell into 2025 with a great big thump because they've got over the 1,000. So there you go. Well, here's a face I haven't seen for a long time. G'day, Arthur. How you going, buddy? Happy New Year to you, mate, and great to see you. Yes, Joe, it is the Australian Charities and Non-Profits Commission, ACNC, and I currently run another charity for work and am looking to try and get this set up as well. So there you go. And Joe is saying g'day to you. So there you go. Welcome aboard. Nice to have you here. So, in terms of what's happening with Helping Hands, we are certainly on the growth path. So for 2025, there will be 2 group cruises. 2026, we're looking at trying to stretch that to 3, and one of them may be somewhere else around the world. So in other words, we're trying to get even one maybe down under. As well as 2027, we're looking at an exciting thing. If we are lucky enough and everything pans out, the numbers work, we're looking to attempt to get some serious numbers of cruises. And if we can get serious numbers, we might be lucky enough and charter a ship. That's kind of like a goal. But at the end of the day, we need to make the Helping Hands for Cruising channel self-sufficient. YouTube, in its wisdom, took away a large chunk of members. So what I'm going to ask you guys to do is, if you have not been getting any info from Helping Hands, please make sure you're still sub to it. And if you stay sub to it, then the good news is it's going to spread, and we're going to get to the point where Helping Hands for Cruising is a self-sufficient channel, and every dollar that goes into Helping Hands for Cruising, as you know, goes directly to supporting people like Roxy, Kenny, James and Cindy Catanese, and Scott and Amber Hicks, people like them, to get them onto a cruise. And so we also want to try and get cruises happening down under as well. So see how we go. See what's happening. All the exciting stuff. So in terms of how Helping Hands for Cruising is working, the board has been quite busy. Michael Land has been quite busy setting up not only for the cruiseathon that's coming up, and folks, really get as many people in as you can. Set up, if you want to, please be a presenter and try and work on getting as much funds as we possibly can. The goal is $10,000 US for this cruiseathon, and we definitely want to make sure that, well, $10,000 puts 3 people on a cruise. At the end of the day, $10,000 just puts 3 people on a cruise. So I'm requesting that we do as much as we possibly can to be able to help them enjoy what we enjoy. For those of us in Oz right now, our pickings are quite slim. We're losing P&O to Carnival. That should happen by March. P&O already starting to change some of their strategies and the way they do things. So that's starting to happen. But at the end of the day, we will have a much larger Carnival cruise, a much larger Carnival cruise fleet sailing around. So that's going to be amazing. So at the end of the day, we just hope that we get everything working the way it should. So let me see, what else have we got? We also have, I believe, the Diamond Princess is coming down under, as well as the Discovery. I believe the Discovery. We've got the Grand Princess running around right now. We do have a couple of, let me see. We've got the Luminosa, the Carnival Luminosa, also going around at this point. So there's quite a number of cruises going on right now, and actually a little bit on the downside. We were up in Sydney for New Year's Eve. We would have been on the Celebrity Edge right now, heading up to Vanuatu, New Caledonia, etc. So yeah, it's fantastic. Thank you, Amy, for subscribing to Helping Hands for Cruising. Thank you very much. What about RCI? Royal Caribbean International. Well, they've got a cruise. They've got the that's the one that Chris Wong is on. That one is racing about right now, so that's doing some things. And yeah, we're excited with the way things are going with the Helping Hands for Cruising group cruises set up, but we'd like to see a lot more. So we'll find out. Maybe even get some down under here. So aside from us, we would like to see some of the other Aussies put on a group cruise and utilize HH4C to assist with a recipient for them. So we'll see how we go. It's all exciting stuff. What can I say? It's all exciting stuff. Arthur, when are you headed back down on a cruise? And are you going on a cruise shortly? So anyway, Great Northern. What we want, people, is we want money to put people on a cruise, and we want a bucket load more cruises so that we can get recipients onto them. And actually, it's great to see that right now the majority of supporters that are in on the chat tonight are Aussies. Because the Americans at this particular point in time have a thing about not joining us. So especially considering it's like 6 a.m. their time. Was it 4 a.m.? I don't know. Anyway, it's early in the morning for them. Thanks, Arthur. I know it is a great beer. It's one of the ones I like. Not that crap, you know. And I know that Joe has been saving my butt a couple of times with people putting in their desires to see me drink that one that claims it's Australian for beer, but I'm not going to mention it by name. Thank you, Joe. 4 a.m. in the US right now, so Eastern, that is, 4 a.m. Eastern. I know some people wake up early, Jen. Yeah, yep. Joe, I'm with you there, mate. This is what he said. Not that cat urine that pays out for beer. Yeah, absolutely. You are right. Okay, shoey. Yeah, there will be a shoey, but not that stuff. I'll do a shoey. You want a shoey now? No. Leave it for the cruisathon. Australian for cat urine. Yeah, that's right. It is. But you try and tell people like Billy J, FC Billy J, fake captain. No, he won't get up this early to watch the show at this particular point in time. Yeah, Amy, I know you're having a giggle, but just wait until the cruisathon. You might see me drink something out of my illustrious shoe. Yeah, this one's been around. Whew. Yep, it's been in many a factory. I don't use that one for construction. I use that one for factories. All right. I don't have much more to say right now other than what I've mentioned beforehand. AS Billy J, he knows where he stands with it. He has to be aware of his hate of certain beverages. Well, he has to be aware of our joint feelings about that particular beverage, Joe. You know that. And I appreciate everything you do in that regard, let me say. Anyway, that's all the info I have right now. The board is currently stepping up with getting, you will see other faces presenting on the Helping Hands for Cruising channel. And that's okay, they can do that. I'm happy for them to do it. So you will be seeing more of their faces happening, and that's going to be great. We will just get more out there, more people will be coming in, and it'll not just be my face. Joe is saying he's going to get himself a bag of Violet Crumble and a bottle of Proper 12 Irish whiskey. Infuse the Violet Crumble in the Proper 12. He needs to do it. Yep, okay. And Joe, of course, is having a good old chat there with Amy. I know where Amy was. She was on a cruise for some of the time. It was a comedy cruise on P&O, and apparently she had a shipload of fun. So there we go. All right, folks. Not much else to say. I am going to call this quits. Let you guys have an amazing time, and okay, let's have a look. Amy's saying, yeah, it was good. And Joe is saying he follows this bloke who does those sort of things called Doka Ryan. He did it, and it was amazing. That's cool. All right. With that in mind, folks, the Down Under Cruises will be on tomorrow at 8 p.m. Met some weirdos at this cruise port after Christmas. Yeah. There's a very interesting picture that was taken. Yeah, I know. It'll come out. New Year's Eve, they were asleep by 10:30. G'day, Jimmy. How you doing, buddy? What are you doing up at this early hour, this ungodly hour? Joe is saying, Sam, you played some putt-putt with friends. Have not seen since before the spicy cough. and had lunch with them. That's awesome. G'day, Joe. Jimmy, you're slightly late. Yeah. Take care, everyone. Yep. Jen, see you later. Amy is see no evil. Yep. Okay. See you, Jen. And it's 4:33 there. Well, we were on half an hour earlier. But anyway, all right, folks, I'm going to say this. I'm going to wish you all those of you that are up at this time, wish you all a fantastic day. Those of us on our side of the pond, please have an awesome night. And the Down Under Cruises will be on tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern. Sorry. Yeah, well, it is Eastern here anyway. 8 p.m. Eastern, that's Melbourne time, which will be Sparrow Fight's time for those of you on the other side of the pond. Anyway, have a great day, and we'll catch up with you later.
Have you ever dreamt about taking a cruise on one of them fancy boats, soaking up the beauty and the magic just to free your soul? It's floating on the ocean, just a notion that seems out of reach. One thing on your bucket list is just to go and see the beach. You wanna see the world, but something always holds you back. You got that itching feeling, but your dreams got hijacked. There's lots of people out there that never get to cruise, but Helping Hands is helping making dreams come true.
Helping Hands for cruising, cruising. Helping Hands for cruising, cruising. Helping Hands for cruising, making your dream a reality.
You know you gotta do the things you've only dreamed about. Don't let anything stop you thinking you can't go all out. You can do the things you never thought were possible with Helping Hands to help you get there. Even oceans are no obstacle. You wanna see the world, but something always holds you back. You got that itching feeling, but your dreams got hijacked. There's lots of people out there that never get to cruise, but Helping Hands is helping making dreams come true.
Helping Hands for cruising, cruising. Helping Hands for cruising, cruising. Helping Hands for cruising, making your dream a reality.
So if you ever dreamed about taking a cruise in one of them big old boats, soaking up that sun, feel that breeze, yeah, there is still hope. Don't let the ocean be a notion that is out of reach. Let's get together, help each other, and go see the sea. You wanna see the world, but something always holds you back. You've got that itching feeling, but your dreams got hijacked. There's lots of people out there that never get to cruise, but Helping Hands is helping making dreams come true.
Helping Hands for cruising, cruising. Helping Hands for cruising, cruising. Helping Hands for cruising, making your dream a reality. Helping Hands for cruising, cruising. Helping Hands for cruising, cruising. Helping Hands for cruising, making your dream a reality.